So usually when you think of portrait shoots, you're thinking of that soft, dreamy bokeh, a beautiful golden hour sunlight. Well, this definitely wasn't it.
These flies are mauling me.
If you're not in Australia, in summer the sun usually goes down around 8:30, and we rocked up around 4. It's a 38-degree day. The poor model's in a 3-piece suit, sweating his ass off. At this point, we thought the shoot was a write-off. But funnily enough, the photos actually turned out to be some of my favorite of the day. We didn't think it would work that way though. The sun was harsh, there's flies everywhere, everyone was sweating, my supple, pale skin was getting sunburnt the instant we got there. I think it changed my perspective on how harsh sunlight affects my photos. We went from the harsh sunlight to the actual golden hour, and then we stuck around and did some colored sort of cinematic. I hate using that word. Everyone uses that word and it's just not always the case. The theme of the shoot was that sort of high-key, fashion-y, sort of muted tones. We were looking for that like middle of nowhere kind of style shoot. I think if we didn't have that dry, creamy grass, you can sort of bring back that sort of filmy look, like washed out blues, washed out yellows. So yeah, usually when we get to a shoot, the harsh sunlight before sunset is usually the tester and sort of warm up the model, warm up us, work out the poses we want to nail for the golden hour. Obviously because golden hour is so quick, it's over in like 45 minutes.
I'll get you to turn back into the sun again. Is that hurting your eyes to look at it? Don't look at the sun because you'll burn your eyes. And then maybe just like have your hand in your pocket instead, if that's more comfortable. Are they fake pockets? Yeah. Oh no. No. Yeah, that's sweet. Oh, that wind's really just making it perfect, isn't it?
It would even be cool as well, like later, that blazer over the shoulder, like he's holding it
yes.
over the shoulder. That could be cool. We could do one where you're facing that way but looking back at us as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, that's...
Oh, yes. Sabrina. Could you turn, like keep the pose but just turn your shoulder into me a bit more? Like just rotate your whole body?
So what we did to sort of work with the light a bit better is we had to use a reflector because the sun was so harsh that it was blowing out one side of the face of the skin tones and the other side of the face was just a harsh shadow. So we decided to bounce a bit of light eventually. But I'm pretty lazy, so I didn't want to get the gear out until later.
Light just went up my nostril.
Do you want me to hold it?
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be awesome.
But as you can see, we're not really stressing too much about the shots. It's just kind of warm up, get everyone keen. It's also good when you have models that you haven't worked with before to sort of break the ice a little bit too. And if you haven't worked with certain people on the team too, it's good to just sort of work out how you work. And when you have a bunch of different photographers, it's hard to work together all the time. Like you're sort of running around and trying to get different shots. So you have to take turns and not step over each other and not get in each other's way. So it's good to get all that chaos out of the way first and then then you can relax later on.
It's forging models by fire. We're having fucking 4 photographers. Just nice and relaxed. Can you hear the click from there?
Yeah.
So every couple of clicks, just move around. Just don't worry about if it looks good. Just whatever feels good, and we'll just go from there. All right, ready? Let's get it. Yeah, sick, nice. Yeah, actually turn your head towards the sun a little bit more. That was good. Yeah, that's perfect.
So once the second model got here, we sort of broke off and started doing sort of single shoots. I went off to get him some warm-up shots while the others were still working with George. But the idea was to do sort of like a Vogue kind of style shoot where we have like the 2 models working together and their outfits complement each other. So we definitely got more of that into the sunset.
Both look at me.
I can switch shoulders.
Keep your turn your shoulder, sorry, other way, that way. Left shoulder? Yep, sorry. George, can you pop your shoulders back a little bit? Yep. I might get you to play with your collars, your sleeves. Look down at your sleeves. Look back at me. It's so hard to fucking see. This is a really cool shot, but it'll look even cooler at sunset.
As the sun started to go down, we decided to relocate to a better spot where we could see this sort of city in the background.
That's such a good spot. This is cool.
And also have a bit more room to sort of play with. Where we shot the day shots, it was only one direction you could sort of shoot, and then the rest was sort of like, it was too urban for what we were doing. You could see too much of the city.
Go for your watch.
Oh, that's nice.
Very good. Sick. Awesome. I get you to just like very slowly walk towards me. Cool, that's sick. Yes, that light's coming through perfect now. Can I get you to look down at your tie or whatever again? Yeah, just adjust it. Yep, that's cool. And then look towards me. Stunning.
Yeah, for sure.
The sunset shots are easy. Like you, as soon as you find a good spot, like every shot looks great. It's like cheating. It's cheating. So we shot this for about 45 minutes and then we moved on. So I am super stoked with how these turned out too. They're awesome.
What's the best way to get them to look like they're walking without making them walk?
You do the little hop thing.
Show me the hop thing.
Basically,
Like a
they
hop.
do it in the one spot like this.
All right, well, let's try it. Yeah, that's cool. That's really good. Thank you, Sam. I thought that was your hand holding my leg then, and I just let it happen.
Definitely one.
Is that your cannon, or are you just excited to shoot with me? Just trying to line it up properly. Oh, that's cool. Here's a good portfolio of shots. Sick. The sun's going down very quick.
Look away. Then look this way.
One standing here, facing that way, and then the other person standing here facing that way. Like, remember the first one was on the hill? Yeah. Let me just see how that looks first. Hold there. Yeah, hold that. That's mad. Look, opposite directions. And I'll get you to look, switch ways you're looking. So, sorry if I'm not making sense. I'm just trying to do it quick. I might get you to Daniel to come a little bit closer, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna look down the camera, like just real powerful. Get you to lean over just a little bit.
So once we ran out of sun, we decided to go back to our original location and start playing with some sort of harsh lights. But yeah, we wanted to go for that like Pinteresty sort of cinematic style sort of vibe. We got the actual shots they needed for their portfolios, so we just decided we could have a little bit of fun before we left. I hate to be a person that just walks past and looks at us and is like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
I want to do like, what's some fucking weird poses we can do? Because this is like
Like
dystopian.
the knee back.
Yeah, do the Michael Jackson sort of thing. Just weird shit. Just try weird shit. Do some.
Go a tiny bit side on, and then do this. Like this. So less hinge.
Less
but-
hinge, more grinder.
Yeah, and then let the arms.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. People love that weird shit.
Try. It might feel stupid, but it'll look very cool. This is cool.
For most of my model shoots, we pretty much always have at least one or two other photographers because it's just the results you get a night and day between doing your own shoot, having other collaborators on, because you bounce ideas off each other. And also when you sort of run dry and you run out of ideas, like another person can take over and you're always just like hitting shots. And you're like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, why didn't I think of that? And then you can improve on it.
Can we do one where like it's kind of like, yeah, you like bounce like off your feet. Can you dangle your arms back? How about we count to 3 so then you're not straining yourself? Yeah. All right, ready?
No, it's you do work out.
Team workout, ready? Okay. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, and go. Oh, yep, you're already going. That's fine. Is that enough? Is that enough bend? Look up. Yeah, that's sick.
Alright, then swap the George.
Sorry, boys.
And then Sabrina had an idea for you. What was it?
Oh, you wanted a weird pose, so
Yeah.
maybe something like that, where you're like, so your arms are sort of like one up, one
So
down.
undo the trench.
I'm gonna get amongst the prickles. Oh, that's cool. That was cool. Oh, dude.
You help each other light, and you can help each other like refine poses, and it just turns out so much better. And also being able to criticize each other's shots.
Just do some like, yeah, just like get real flowy. Just spin a bit. Yeah, there we go. I've always wanted to do these. This is like Pinterest shots. This might be weird, but do you want to try like some, like hands up in the air, like just like reaching up to something, like.
Get a couple with you with the coat over your shoulder first. Actually, that could work. Hold this. Side
So bossy.
Yeah, sick. I'll get a meter, okay?
I'm trying.
And then we'll get you in.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah. Chin down a bit, and then a bit to your left. Less. There, yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
So heading into Lightroom, I'm going to show you how I get from this into this. It's relatively easy, and I use this same color grade for most of my harsh day, inspired by like the sort of Kodak kind of colors. I don't know, it looks cool. I like to wash out the blues and take away some of the color from the oranges, and it just gives you that sort of soft pastel-y color. So I'll show you how to do it. So if we start from scratch, this is what it looks like. It's pretty sad, pretty boring. I'm just gonna bump up the exposure just a little bit, not too much. What I like to do first, before I touch any other of the sliders, is go into the tone curves first. So I'll chuck in 3 points and just hit in a nice little, not that, did a nice little S curve, nothing too crazy, just to get that contrast back. And what I'll do is I'll actually bring back the contrast slider just a little bit too, just to flatten down a bit more. And also I will crush the blacks ever so slightly. So what I'm gonna do is bring down the whites. It just helps sort of bring a little bit more color back into the blues because there's so much in the highlights. I'll bring down the shadows a little bit and the blacks a little bit. So what I like to do to get that soft sort of look is I'll bring the clarity back a fair bit, and I'll bring it back a little bit with that detail with the texture again, and I'll also bring back the dehaze. It gives it that bloomy look without having to use the filters. You can sort of play around with it without being sort of locked into how you've shot it in the first place. Obviously these are different for every photo you do, but this is a nice guideline for you. I'm also going to bring down the refined saturation just to touch. The colors have sort of blown out a little bit with that tone curve. So we're going to head to the color mixer now. So I'll bring down the reds and the hue, push the oranges more to yellow. I'll bring those yellows to oranges a bit. So what I'm trying to do is squash the grass so I can bring it all into one sort of uniform color. There is another way to do this, which Lightroom just brought out, but I don't really use it that much, so I'm going to stick to my way. So I'm going to push up the blues to a bit more of an aqua, and then I'm going to bring the blues back to a teal a bit more. With the actual color grading, I'm not really doing much here. I'm just putting a little bit of orange in the midtones, and I'm also going to slide down the shadows. Denoise, I don't really touch. I will sharpen a little bit, so I'll bring up the sharpening, and then I'll mask it in just so it's the edges. I'll go down into calibration, and I'll bring it to teal a little bit. I'll push the green primaries a bit more to teal, and I'm just going to bring a bit more exposure back into it just because I've lost a little bit of detail. And if I go into the masking, all I've done is just make a grad filter on the bottom, just dropping the pretty much exposure, shadows, and whites, as you can sort of see here. Mask a brush onto his face and just add a little bit of highlights and exposure. And what I'll do is I'll subject select and I'll add a bit of clarity to the actual subject so it pops a little bit more from the background. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. If there's anything I can improve on, let me know. This is the first kind of video that I've done like this, and it took a fair bit of time to sort of get it together and work out what I wanted to do. So there's gonna be more every couple of weeks with different model shoots, and I'm gonna try and pump them out as much as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.